The NFL draft's about a month away. These players are trying to improve their stock any way, shape, or form. Some players are somehow losing stock when nothing's going on. But as we get closer to the draft, more answers will reveal themselves. Shedeur Sanders working through some drills. We're going to watch him throw the ball around. Look at those clips. See what's going on. We're going to loop it and keep talking ball like we always do. But what you need to do right now is click that subscribe button. We're looking at the behind-the-scenes clips, what we find on social media. On top of that, practice clips, spring ball clips, rookie camp clips. So when he's with his new team, you'll get the first view of him in that new uniform, in that practice uniform with whatever team is that. Probably the Browns. But we'll talk about more about that. Click that button, stop missing out. Shedeur Sanders is here. We're going to watch him throw the ball around. I got these clips from Jackie Truth off Twitter, wherever you got them out. That's where they're probably from. But boom, down there, downfield, in there. Honestly, filming, throwing the ball around. What I like about Shedeur Sanders, accurate ball downfield. That back pylon throw is money with this kid. He's got a good ball, good arc on it, good placement. There's a lot I like about him when throwing the football. On the move a little bit, tossing it out. He's also good throwing to the wide receiver while being contested downfield. Very confident in his arm. Doesn't rattle. He's that type of quarterback. He actually does have some ice water in his veins when it comes to those regards. The down maybe drifts a little bit more in the pocket, holds the ball. But the thing about that, to counteract that, the offensive line issues that people will bring up, that, all that stuff, that's all plays a part of that. So that's something to think of when you're thinking about Colorado, Shedeur Sanders. He had to do the best with what he had around him. But on top of that, I don't want to be too negative on the offensive line because, honestly, game by game, on the short term, on a lot of plays, they're not too bad. But as things break down, the play gets longer. That's when the talent starts to come out, the difference with them. But still, Shedeur Sanders made it happen with what he had. On top of that, good, accurate ball downfield. So when you're comparing talent for the quarterback position, Shedeur Sanders, you really got to just really objectively look at this. When I think about him, he's definitely better than a Kenny Pickett. He's definitely better than a lot of quarterbacks that we've seen selected. That one draft with Malik Willis and company, he easily trumped those quarterbacks. When we look at Will Levis, I like him better. More of a history with him at the college level, more experience, more shots downfield, more big game moments, more experience altogether. And then on top of that, big play after big play. I like the arm better. I like the accuracy downfield better. There's just more to like about him when it comes to those regards. When comparing him to last year's class, I like Jayden Daniels a ton better. I think that's not Monday morning quarterback. I think you go watch these videos from last year and just look at those regards. Caleb Williams, I like better. I like Drake May better. I think Bo Nix, if I was looking at straight talent, I am scared of Bo Nix's low ADOT coming out of college. And I like that Shedeur will push it downfield a little bit more with accuracy, a little bit more often. But Bo Nix is different in regards where, compared to every quarterback, will just live to play another down. However, as prospects, that's also a gamble too, because you don't have that upside, but maybe you develop into it. Shedeur Sanders is going to give you that. He's going to give you cojones back there. He's shown that. That's the thing about that. But when I think about him, he's good enough to play at the NFL. He's good enough to play at the NFL. He's good enough to compete at the NFL. He's good enough to compete at a high level as long as he keeps developing. Is he there right now? No. He's not there right now. He's not there in terms of a Jayden Daniels. You will have to have stuff around him, but he has the potential to develop into that. More potential, and the odds are increased more for that compared to some of the other quarterbacks in recent years that have faltered for sure. For sure. Just because we got the Moxie, we got the Composure back there. What are some other things that we've seen over the years? Sometimes he will lose his composure between plays if someone messes with him. We have instances with a ref, poking in eyes, and some other things. But sometimes that's just part of the game, and maybe that's the competitive spirit honestly brings the best out of him. And I'll say that because guys like John Jones in MMA, there is a philosophical standpoint where, like, sometimes you just gotta have a certain edge with you to be at your best. And a lot of people don't understand that. So maybe taking that away might affect him negatively. But on top of that, he's got a lot of dog in him. He's very composed back there. He doesn't get rattled in big moments. That's what you like about him. Pretty ball, accurate downfield. That being said, Shedeur Sanders has some upside. I think he's probably going to be a Cleveland Brown. I think that's my main negative take, and it's not even his fault. The Cleveland Browns, just because this history they have with quarterbacks throughout most of my life. It's been since Testaverde and Kozar, pretty much. It's been that long. Maybe we can turn things around. We got to turn a lot of things around. Deshaun Watson come back from the Achilles injury. Is he going to make it back after a second rip on that? I don't know. I don't know. Kenny Pickett's obviously not going to be a long-term option for that. It'll be a good gatekeeper in camp. He'll be a good gatekeeper. Like, the thing is, if he goes to the Browns, and if he beats out Kenny Pickett pretty quickly, you know you got something here. You know you got something here. You should be excited, Browns fans, if that happens. Same thing with Bo Nix last year, where they had gatekeeper quarterbacks, Zach Wilson and company there. And the fact that we were able to just open the gate and walk through, that is a good indicator. That would be your indicator in camp, what you're getting from him as a rookie and the start of his career. If we beat out Kenny Pickett, we flatline him, and we move forward. Training camp's going to be very interesting with him, seeing how quickly he develops, see what it looks like on the field. But honestly, I think we're good to go. I think you really got to just look at him in context of where we're at. Last year, we were blessed with a very good quarterback class. This year, not so much. I don't think you need to hold quarterbacks to that regard. That's just going to be a rare acquaintance to get in a quarterback class like we did last year. Jaden Daniels going deep in the playoffs. Caleb Williams, off and on. A lot of people were down on it, but you realize that he's a rookie playing against a sus offensive line. But they're rebuilding that. They're retooling that. He's a good quarterback. The thing about this, Shedeur Sanders has the poise, the weapons, and everything else in his arsenal to get it done. We just got to take a step forward. He's always looking to take a step forward. We got to see how that marinates. It's just going to be a fun experiment to watch. But the naysayers are wrong, and I think the people who are overly high are wrong as well. It's always right in the middle. It's always right in the middle. But we got a lot of potential here with Shedeur Sanders. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Well, thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.